Hello, Cancer. This is Sage, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so this reading is timeless. So take it as it resonates. Alright, it is a general reading after all, Cancer. So let's begin. For your reading, the Cloud deck came up, the Cozy Witch, Language of Flowers, and my personal witch's hat. Okay, so definitely some magical girl energy coming through. Definitely some cute magical girl energy coming through. Oops, sorry. Right. Okay, so let me just place this over here actually, because I haven't decided what sort of reading to do for you. Alright, Cancer, let's figure out what's the main theme. What should be the main focus of your reading? Cancer, what should be the main focus of your reading, Cancer? Love. It is love again. That's so nice. Okay, so you also want a love reading. That is fine. You know, Taurus, I just did a reading for Taurus and a love reading came up for them. So let's see. Since we have like, maybe I should keep it there. Does it? No. Is that? There. I think that's perfect. Okay. So it's love that you guys want a reading on. So let me see. One's for you. Actually, let me do that again. Okay. One's for you. Wow. Interesting. And one's for the other person that you're thinking of. Seashell. Okay, I'm not getting a love reading suddenly. Suddenly this feels more like, you know, a sisterly reading maybe. Or a brotherly reading. There is so much magical girl energy that I'm leaning towards the feminine in this reading. There is the mermaid shell, so pretty, right? And there is a dyed something, like the inside of a geode maybe. And it's from a person that I used to consider my sister. But it's like she didn't know me. She gave me something that I wouldn't like. I don't like dyed stuff. You know, I would have liked it plain. You know. But, oh my god, this is bringing up memories. So, yeah. So it's more like a sisterly vibe. You know, maybe there's one of you is more refined and more interested in appearances, you know, while the other one wants sentimentality. you know. Okay. Interesting that this has to do with like two sisters, or let's just say, you know what, let's just say this has to do with love between two mermaids. Okay, true sisterly love, or it could be, like, it could be that this person is long past, like is out of your life, um, but you kind of need some sort of closure anyway, and maybe you need to reconcile with a part of you that is like her. So, okay, this is interesting, yes, right? Hmm. What's the surrounding circumstance? What's the surrounding circumstance? What should the reading sort of talk about, and then bring it to, okay, adventure. Let's take it as a ship's journey. The journey of friendship. Okay, okay. I love readings. Don't get me wrong. I love readings. Okay, but I love readings between sisters and friends even more. I love friendship readings. Okay. So let's see. Okay, this is, you know what? You know what? I think. Oh. Okay, it's all about cleaning up. Okay. So maybe this person is out of your life. So yeah, maybe this person is out of your life. The one who, like, you both are mermaids, I guess. All right, you both are mermaids, but like, she looks better at it. I don't mean to. She looks better at it. She pays more to look better at it. You are someone who is sentimental, and you would like things that feel true. Um, this is so funny because, like, this is a gift that my mermaid friend once gave me, and it would have been nice if it weren't for the dye, and if it weren't for the fake gold plating, because I hate all of that. I hate the fakeness. I just want what's real. Okay, someone real and sentimental, that's you, Cancer. Okay, this is you, and this is this other person. Okay, this other girlfriend that you really like. Okay, or it's, let's just not talk about sex or gender. Let's just be like, you and your bestie. Okay, yeah. This is you, sentimental, needing something real, but like, your friend, your bestie doesn't understand that. She thinks you just like something cheap, something. She likes things that are shiny, that are gold embossed, that are, probably dyed green and not naturally green. She likes all of that stuff. She doesn't mind it. But since you don't go for the shiny stuff, it seems like she thinks that you're just into the same stuff that she's into, just of a lower quality. But she has no idea how sentimental you are, how much value you place on like what's real, instead of this fake ass shit. In fact, you know what? Okay. Let me pull up another one. To replace this one, because like, this represents her, and it is pretty perfect. Okay, it's giving. I don't want to say it. It's giving boob job. It's giving, uh, makeup on point. It is giving, um, totally using that pretty privilege to her advantage. You know, totally being a little bit of a snake, pretty snake, but yeah. Okay, so that's her, and this is you. Okay, and no, this represents what she thought of you. But let's take out another one. Okay, like, so for example, if your bestie were to give you, this is what your bestie supposedly gave you before. Okay, it shows how much she understands of you, which is like nothing. but but yeah. Okay, so let's see, if she were to understand you really truly, what sort of charm would she give you? Okay, so what sort of charm would she give you? Okay, I'm getting A. If I get a letter, I need to pick another. That's the rule. I don't make it up. I do, actually. I do. A snow globe. This is cute, right? I don't like the yellow of it. It seems like, the yellow is just a version of her high intensity green, you know. Um, not too much of a fan of the yellow. I wish it were white. Um, but I love it. It's a better representation of us, Cancer. It's a better representation of you, Cancer. Um, yeah, because it shows that you're delicate. It shows that you um, need that kind of protection. This is so Cancer. I mean, are you telling me you don't see it? I don't have to explain it. It is so Cancer. This sort of like beautiful, the snowflake in a protective snow globe, you know. And I think what it's saying is a beautiful little hermit, a beautiful, delicate, golden hermit, you know. That's nice. That I appreciate. I appreciate a little snow globe thing, even if she got the color wrong, even if the color is more to her taste than mine. I would definitely like this over the dyed weird shit. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. So let's see what's going on. Maybe I should just do a journey. Yeah. A journey. So a journey has water rippling and making waves and all of that. So here's a crest and here's a fall. Okay, so this is like the journey, the waves that you had to encounter with this bestie of yours. that's that maybe is no longer a bestie, or like, it's in question. Okay, at best it's in question. So this is like the journey, this is the pattern of the journey. Okay, it's not the journey, it's the pattern of the journey so far. Like, this thing can go on repeat if you guys don't change anything. Okay, so there are falls and there's the crest. It's a wave, and the wave repeats. That forms a pattern. Okay, blah. Okay, fine. You understand what you understand. Okay, okay, okay. You know what? Let me just see this. So so we have Judgment upside down, Hermit upside down, Sun upside down. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's just going on and on, no? Lots of upside down shit. Finally, Strength with pain. And Two of Pentacles. This doesn't say much at all. This just tells me that I think I need to pull up a clarifier for everything. You judged her wrong, or you judged each other wrong. You didn't even, okay, so it kind of looks like you guys didn't even get to enjoy a good crest. You didn't get to enjoy a good high. Even the high was kind of tainted in your friendship. Okay, so it looks like, you guys judged each other wrong, or she judged you wrong. Okay, there's some wrong judgment going around here. And I think it has to do not just in terms of like judging the other person's, your bestie's character, but also sort of, being unable to judge whether you need alone time right now, or you need to hang around with her right now, so there was a bit of that. You were not giving yourself the the alone time that you needed. And because you didn't give yourself the alone time that you needed, okay, now this all looks like you. I don't really see her anywhere in here. Now it feels like, you're the one that didn't judge either like your energy and what you truly want, or her. These two things, or both, either or both. You didn't judge them very well, and so you didn't give yourself the kind of alone time that you needed to really sit with your thoughts, reflect, and make better judgments, And because you didn't give yourself that alone time, when things were cresting, like when the friendship was at its high, you weren't shining as you could have, because you didn't have your alone time. You're Cancer, this, Cancer, you need your space. You're always other oriented, so you need your space, especially when it's someone you like so much. You definitely need your space. And so all of these cards were like upside down before, and only the Strength card was upright. And my eye was drawn to this pain point here. The red things, the red stars, I see it as a pain point. Okay, so I feel like, because you were not um, shining your light the way that you want it to, you know. Because, like, if you see these two together, they seem pretty, like, you know, of the same make, of the same quality, you know, more or less, right? But previously, it didn't, right? Previously, when I've gotten this one out, it didn't seem equal, right? It seemed like your bestie was on a whole other level than you were, you know. And I think that's what happened, you know. That's what happened. You didn't get to shine as you got to be whatever she thought you were, you know. And I guess it didn't feel good when you felt that comparison of like what she thought you were compared to who she is and her standards, you know. So, but this, so that's what this pain point feels like, you know, realization that, oh fuck, you know, um, maybe my bestie was up on a pedestal and she was like looking down on me, and there's all of that ickiness now. But then, you know, life goes on and you have more things to deal with. Um, you know, you can't just like sit around and wait for this friend to like work things out with you. Yeah, life gets chaotic. Life got chaotic, and you couldn't really focus on this friendship and you and how you felt and what was needed. So let's do that today, shall we? Let's do that today. And you know what? Judging from the deck, the kinds of decks that came up for you today, I'm guessing we're not going to be looking into your bestie and what she's up to and this and that, you know. We're not going to be looking into that. Instead, we're just going to be looking into you and what you can do to heal and what you can do to come to a compromise. Not compromise, sorry. What is that word? Closure. Yes. What you can do to arrive at closure for yourself. Okay. So this is a general reading. So even if you're still with your bestie, right? Even if you're still with your bestie and this is just like something you need to like work out and you haven't like cut her off or anything, even then this reading will still work for you, okay? It'll just put you in a better place to smooth things over with her. Or if you've already cut her off, you know, if you've already cut your bestie off, then this will just help you heal. And maybe you can attract a new bestie into your life, or maybe the old one will come back and be like, sorry, I was such a bitch. So let's see, Cancer. Let us see. I think we can take the A away. Okay. So now I'm gonna be like, this is you, right? This is who you really are. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do either of that. I'm gonna pick two new ones. This is you. This is most of you. Okay, this is most of you, as in you've done IFS, right? Like internal family system. So that's what I mean when I say this is most of you. And this is the part of you that was really sad. Now, this is the part of you that was affected by the shit that went down. Okay. So the fact that this represents the part of you um, that was affected by her the most, it looks like um, you have periods of like, yeah, I'm fine, with what she did or what he did. I'm fine with what my bestie did or like what went down between us. But there's also times when you feel all kinds of emotions, all kinds of, not nice, not friendly emotions, right? When you think about like what went down. But also see the spiral, it looks like the healing has already been happening for such a long time. So maybe all that's necessary here is a bit of closure. Okay. Let us bring this part of you that's been going through a lot of healing because of this um, bestie, not bestie, and let us bring it and join it with the rest of you in love. Okay, let's do that. So, what sort of cozy comfort does your healing parts need? I'll pull another clarifier. Right. And what does the rest of you need? Okay. So, this part of you that's healing because of this sour friendship needs some clarity and needs time. So it seems like, you know, you think that you can't stop thinking about your bestie, not bestie, Um, but it's not like you can't stop thinking about her. It's just that, healing happens in cycles, little bit at a time. You have a lot on your plate. We've seen that already in the previous mini read. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think you need clarity and you need some more time. So even after I do this reading and you get that clarity, you will still need time. Okay, and that's okay. So maybe after this reading there'll be a few more months of like thinking about this person, but that's okay. Don't bother, don't be bothered by it. Don't be bothered by it. And then here we have um, the rest of you, what the rest of you needs. The rest of you needs to like focus on a project or whatever it is, so that your mind is occupied. Stop worrying about it. Stop turning things over in your head so much. If you work a lot and you tire yourself out, then you won't be awake 3 a.m. in the morning thinking about this and that. So there's a lot of like noise, mental noise that needs to be shut through work, and there's mental clarity that needs to come through. Like I can probably give you that mental clarity in this reading, but it will still take time for that to like sink in, and maybe there are some nuances that will get filled in later, you know. Time is essential for you. So let's see, what is the power of the rest of you that you can lean on? Wave, right? That's interesting to come up. And what is the power of this part of you that's being healed right now? Oh, there's two coming up. The short and windy. Oh, you're a little chaos baby, aren't you? Maybe, okay. So maybe since your bestie was like such a like the kind of person that's so um, maybe okay, oopsie. Okay, since it's kind of feeling like, you know, maybe since your bestie was like super into appearances, um, maybe she did not like the chaotic version of you all that much. And because you didn't give yourself some you time, you didn't realize that you were suppressing your chaotic side, you know, um, to further to further the friendship, you know, because you are unpredictable. You know, you're capable of taking great risks. You're capable of taking great risks. You're capable of, like, you know, saying the wildest things. You know, you're capable. You are super open minded, you know, and maybe she is not that open minded and she finds that a little uncomfortable, you know. Um, so the rest of you has the wave as something that you can lean on. So the wave is all about, you know, the ups and downs of any journey, right? You are someone who is very comfortable, at least more than other people, with the ups and downs of life, you know. Um, when when things are hitting a high, you're enjoying it. When things are hitting a low, you know to take care of yourself. At least I'm hoping, right? Because if you're not good at that, you need to work on that. So take things as they come. Know that, you know, there's an ebb and flow to everything, and yeah, and that's okay. And you know, and lean heavily on your um, chaotic side. In fact, bring this chaotic side back in your workspace, you know, your chaotic risk taking side. Bring it back to your workspace, because, like, yeah, I feel like the two are connected. You know, if she didn't like put that doubt in you, um, you know, maybe she made you feel like you were too chaotic, maybe you were too much, you were too risky, too impractical, too whimsical, and all of those judgments are still in you. Do you remember the judgment card right here? Yeah. So maybe all of those judgments are still in you, you know, and you need to like weed them out. And working is how you weed them out, you know, like weaving your um, chaotic, risk taking nature back into your workspace. Okay. That'll help you um, give love back to these parts of you, especially. I feel like um, she had more of a problem. This part of you is more wounded, the risk taking one, the one that can just like, you know, this is giving me the feel of like, maybe you're someone that just stays at home for days on end, and then suddenly you'll plan a trip to nowhere on like a scrap of a plan, and just a bit of money, and you kind of like make it work. So you have that level of risk and go-getterness that just comes out as a surprise, because you don't normally exude that. But this unpredictable nature, along with your ebbing and flowing nature, they weave together to form this very open-minded person that you are. Very, you're capable of talking on a lot of topics. You're capable of, seeing things from different perspectives. You're capable of forming quite unique opinions on things, and this is a beautiful part of you. This is a part of you that people will want to be friends with. So don't worry about this bitch. Okay, so witch's hat. Let's see if anything comes up. Okay. Oh. This is not a card, it's a spell. So, witch's hat. What sort of magic can help my lovely Cancer become whole again and heal up from this bad friendship experience? I banish you with love. So if you haven't cut this friend off yet, cut him off. Return to sender any sort of shit that you have, that you're holding in with you. Okay, wait. I love my deck. It has such nice cards. Okay, so you see this? Keeping it sacred, keeping you sacred. Okay, you are banishing her with love. It's okay. It's okay that you still love her. It's okay that you still love your ex bestie. You can banish them with love. Okay, let them grow and be amazing elsewhere. I see you. Yeah, you should see your ex bestie clearly enough to know that she doesn't see you. She doesn't appreciate um, this incredible part of you, because you're not just like any old Cancer, uh, grabbing onto security and moving sideways all the time. You are a risk taker Cancer. You're a Cancerian um, that can be as wild as an Aquarian. Um, yeah, keep you sacred. Um, all of the shitty things that your ex bestie made you feel, return it to sender. Okay, you don't need to keep that with you. No, sorry. Okay, so let me see. So we have the language of flowers, right? So let's see what comes up. Okay, so what words of love can you give to the healing part of you? Okay, so it's a bit of a mix between the gardenia and the Mexican marigold. Interesting. So the gardenia says awareness, wake up and roll the clouds away. Obviously, waking up to awareness is not easy. So what we have here is Mexican marigold. Time to begin again, stronger and better. Okay. So let me talk on this. Okay. I give to you, to the healing part of you, a bouquet of marigold and gardenia, of yellows, reds, and whites. It's a bouquet to help you remember that, what you feel now will pass. Soon enough, you'll begin again with the same sort of exuberance you once had with friendships. You'll begin again fresh, aware, and sharper than ever before. And let's give you bouquets. Okay, let's give the part of you that is working and that is using her chaotic nature in her work. Let's give this part of you a bouquet. Okay, so this bouquet contains a bunch of forget-me-nots to help you remember how glorious you really are, and foxglove to give you confidence. So yeah, we have something to help you remember, to bring good memories to you of all of the other times that you've been chaotic and brilliant and it's paid off. So yeah, remember all of the good times and definitely shore up on that confidence, because you have what it takes. You have incredible qualities within you. You just need to believe in yourself like I do, Cancer. I do believe in you. The cards believe in you. It's looking good for you. Your bestie needs to go and you need to heal. You need to remember who you always was, regardless of what she made you think you were. You see this heart here, you're doing something that you're passionate about. You are, you are bringing in what you once lost because of your ex-bestie's bullshit. All this beautiful chaotic energy that's within you is precious. It's necessary for your work. It's necessary for you as a person to thrive. It's necessary for you to feel like you're shining. And you don't need a friend that makes you feel bad about that. Take back your confidence. Remember how good you are. And I give you wishes for renewal and awareness. That's all for your reading, Cancer. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.